Bill Tierney won 6 national titles in a 10-year span. Tierney added another title in Denver. And when Princeton, in the latter part of the aughts, began to fade from national prominence, Duke stepped up and filled that void. John Danowski winning 3 championships in a 5-year span.
Danowski, 72-year-old, he's been coaching.
Welcome back to Scott Stadium. So our head coach is Matt Dolan for Princeton, and John Danowski is the head coach for Duke Blue Devils. Tremendous applause for Duke.
Guy who started as a middle school science.
And we welcome you back to Charlottesville, Virginia. How these two teams got here? Well, because they have winning some of their games, joined the NCAA tournament, and of course, ooh, flag. Oh boy.
Big for Cal Girard to be able to answer McMeekin and withstand the physical toe-to-toe.
No.
Girard has been north of 50% in the first 2 games of this tourney. McMeekin, through Princeton's first 2 wins of this tournament, 73%. There's Tomas Delgado. Came on down the stretch a year ago, hampered by injuries earlier this year. Hasn't quite had the same impact. Delgado shoots down the alley. Johnston, face dodge. Product, body save. Rebound Princeton. And now the penalty.
That was great offense. Delgado and Johnston. A prolongated 2-man game from the high wing, creating some openings.
Flash, 1 minute. Please reset to 60 seconds.
Wow.
Goals today. Joe Cieslak, Josh Blaisdell, and Dan Bennett.
Oh my God. Why would our players do that for?
He gets you with the shaft.
That's an
You're gonna
axe.
feel it.
That's an
You're
axe
gonna
handle.
feel it. Thing is heavy. Duke has a top 10 man-up unit, clicking at 47%. Reason being is they have the bookends I featured in the open with Slope, Johnson, a lefty, Hammer, and a righty flamethrower. There's Johnston. And Slope work the perimeter. Scoletti, a 5-star freshman. Now Menke, the Virginia transfer, right inside.
And the save.
And a save made by Chronic. He's got to finish that one. And the reason
It's
why
2-1 lead is a very tight one.
Princeton's so concerned with the perimeter with Slope Johnson, so Papendick has to finish that.
And Kirk, Duke's really concerned with the transition game for Princeton. John Danowski, head coach for the Blue Devils, saying we cannot let this team run. And in the settled 66 defense for Duke, we can't be afraid to slide to 19 in Princeton. That's Tucker Waite, and in no circumstance are we vacating the crease.
Transition defense starts with shot selection. So Ryan Craddock making clean saves when he catches the ball is going to be super dangerous.
And all 3 goals in today's contest are transition goals. Meanwhile, Princeton has now killed 23 of the last 24 man-up opportunities for its opponents. And Princeton in the crease. It's going to be Duke ball, 5 turnovers. Princeton got off to a bit of a sloppy start a week ago against Penn State. But neither team today has scored in a settled 6-on-6 set. Duke right goal for transition. Duke, 6th nationally in terms of pacing. Guys like McGuire in the middle of the field. You know what else Duke likes? They like playing in Charlottesville. Under John Danowski, 14-1 in Charlottesville.
They went 8,000 days
without a loss in Charlottesville. Slow, spins it to the wing. Doorstep.
Oh no! That is off the post. Wow, that was close for the Duke.
Has to do with Duke's dominance of Virginia. 14-1 in Charlottesville, 10-0 against UVA. .36 in White Vanna. Part of a very productive second midfield. There's Porter Malkiel, sophomore from Oregon. His dad played on the first two Princeton title teams in 92 and 94. Now Kabiri defended by Menendez. His good pal Burns. He's got a short.
Uh-oh. We're stuck.
Palumbo and Johnson. That's one to watch. Palumbo trying to get to that left hand. Fires on the run.
And just didn't even go that.
Spectacular top hand by Buck Cunningham, but Duke doing a good job. Burns becomes the picker in that scenario, but Duke navigating so well. Duke wants to just play man-to-man defense on the perimeter. They don't want to slide a niche. They want to win matchups in space.
Because they trust guys like Charlie Johnson. You see how heavy he is with the check, because Chad Palumbo is a two-handed lefty attackman that can get a shot off in an instant. So a guy like Johnson just has to be deliberate.
Second midfield getting some run for Duke. Menke, the Drago, now Delgado. From the outside, Craddock got a piece. The shot clock resets to 60, so you get the shot clock reset if the ball hits the pipe or hits the goalie.
20 in blue, Thomas Menke, he ain't shy. Green light is always on.
Johnston had the right hand free momentarily, didn't want the long distance shot. Stahl trying to stay with Johnston.
And score by Duke, and he tied it up.
That guy's a right-handed player. Put that in perspective.
Wow, and they're tied. And it's by Ben Johnston again. His jersey number 19, his 42nd goal this season.
Buck Cunningham wants a top hand. Catches it, his eyes are upfield at the other end. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. They're leaning heavy on Ben Johnston's right hand, so he takes what's available. The lefty rollback.
I've said this multiple times this season. I don't think there's a player in the country, when you combine their right and their left, that shoots harder than Ben Johnston. You can shoot 100 miles with your strong hand. How about your offhand? I think this guy probably shoots cumulatively over 220 miles an hour with both hands. It's nuts.
Johnston has both goals for Duke. 20 straight games with a goal. McMeekin jumped on the faceoff, so he can't take the next one. And now Duke with a chance to play make it take it.
We made 3 face-off wins. But for Duke, they only made 2.
There's Johnston up to 42 goals.
This
on
is
the
something
season.
else in this
He's
first
been in a
quarter.
shooting slump. Seemed to have come out of it last week with that 3 for 7 showing in the blowout of Georgetown. And Johnston is a volume shooter. He leads the ACC in shots per game, right around 10 a game. Look how far Stahl comes out to defend Johnston. Johnston running start. Stahl slips. Johnston looks.
Oh, no. Good save there. Now Duke got it back again. They have a... Oh, no. Too wide off net. There will be a Princeton ball.
Where and when it goes out.
And we're under 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter. We're getting started here. We're getting started here, just ladies and gentlemen.
Electing to stay with the hot hand, featuring Johnston.
Princeton has had almost nothing in these settled sets. How do they unlock their 6-on-6?
To me, it's Tucker Wade. It's got to be the initiator. 19 in white, the midfielder. He can be a spark and draw a double team.
I think it's twofold. It's Wade up top, and then it's Kabiri behind the cage. Kabiri is the common presence.
We'll stay here with our Princeton Tigers. Under a minute to go in the first quarter.
Here's the freshman Parker Reynolds using the Wade pick. They flip it to the
And
left.
scored. We have taken the lead.
We talk about Princeton as a passing team, but sometimes a little luck And the ping of the pipe. You're in the goal, the ball hits the pipe, you hold your breath for about half a second. Does the crowd cheer or does the crowd say, ooh?
Yeah, Ben Johnson was smart to change it up on Chronic. His last 2 shots were high. He decides to go low. It's all iron. And then on the backside of this, Colin Burns is the glue of this team offensively. He doesn't need the ball in his stick. He doesn't need to dodge. But his lacrosse intellect and IQ and playing with his high school teammate Kabiri, he's always in the right spot at the right time.
I love the way Colin Burns moves. He started there in the paint and he peeled out to space.
Ground ball won by Connor Nolan off the faceoff wing. Final 15 seconds. Johnston with both Duke tallies. Long distance shot from Colsey deflected. Less than 5 seconds on the clock. And Michael Ortlieb, the freshman, will trigger. Ortlieb flips it toward the cage. Quarter number 1 in semifinal.
Well, that's going to do it for the first quarter of playing. We're in the lead by 1 point.
A trip to Monday's championship on the line. The stakes are high and the emotions are raw. It's championship weekend in Charlottesville.
We'll be right back on the other side. Quarter number 2 is up next.